Welcome, everyone. My name is Vandana, and thank you so much for attending today's Inner Child Reiki intro program. I'm deeply honored to have you sit with me so we can all sit together in the state of collective effervescence. I just learned about this term that a sociologist actually coined many years ago. It's about coming together in the state of exuberance, joy, hope, and really the hope of recovery from whatever our younger selves were exposed to, witnessed, or were forced to live through. Someone said to me this morning, one of the beloveds that's on the call right now, please help me to kind of discover or rediscover what it even means to feel joy. You know, many of us had such hard lives. We were, forced into the extreme roles of, being the parents who are our own parents, right? The parentification role. And we just had so much responsibility, burdens, and obligations that were put on our shoulders, that were assigned to us at birth, that there was no time for joy, fun, or play. And that's why I'm inviting all of us together to gather in this state of collective hope, that this is possible, right? And it's never too late. And so today, I just want to first start out by setting up our space so that it feels warm, inviting, and safe. So let's just take a moment to kind of gather yourself together, put down your to-do list, right? Turn off your cell phones if you can. I know it's hard. It's even hard for me. But I really want to speak with you about, what's really happening in your life, right? So let me just make sure that I do one thing here. Okay. Let me come back to the screen. Okay. Can everyone see me and hear me okay? Just want to make sure. Please raise your hand. There's a digital hand, or you can unmute your mic. And my greatest aspiration, my intention today is to bring everyone together in community and to thank you, Stacy, and to introduce you to a new way of living, not just surviving, but actually learning what it looks like and feels like, what it is like to thrive, to be seen, heard, witnessed in all of your beauty and majesty, right? All of your brilliance, your uniqueness, and your intelligence, your emotional intelligence, especially, that maybe possibly the adult caregivers who raised you weren't able to connect with, right? Or weren't able to see you, so you felt invisible. Again, these are generational disruptive patterns, right? And the ancestral generational trauma, childhood trauma, gets passed on to us, right? From one generation to the next until it plops into our laps. We never asked for it. It didn't start with us, though. So there's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken, no matter what some of those self-help books say. You've always been whole. And you're so strong, creative, and courageous, resilient, that I just want to commend you and congratulate you. I want to hold a place to celebrate you. So I'm just going to ask everyone to make sure that their mics are muted right now. But I do want to ask you to find the chat box. And when you find the chat box, you'll be able to um, you'll be able to go ahead and type in a message to me. What is your intention for being here? I'd love to hear from you, because this is like kind of a short, condensed version of the longer intro program that I'll be offering soon, actually in about 3 weeks. So I'll give you all that information and all the details later. But for now, I want to hear your voice, because as children, we were muted, we were censored, we were suppressed. We had to hold not only our words back, but our feelings and emotions. And now you have the opportunity to actually be spotlighted, right? No pressure. Just go ahead and type in a little message in the chat box. You can even find my name. Can everyone find the chat box on their screens? On my screen, it's on the bottom. Find the chat box. You can type in a private message that's just meant for me to read, if it's personal or confidential, because I want to respect all of your experiences. If you want to support the group and really hold the group even tighter, and just hold each other up, you can send a message to the whole group and say, hey, this is what my intention is. This is why I've shown up today. And in just a moment, I'm going to read that. Yeah. Wilma says, I'm here to release childhood trauma and to step into optimal. Very good. Optimal. Love that word. Physical and financial well-being. And we know that everything is really connected or interconnected. So if we have one of our energy centers, chakras, or maybe several of them, because if one is blocked, chances are the ones above it and below are probably also somewhat shut down. And so we know that if we weren't held or brought up or raised in a home where money wasn't really a problem, right? Or if the fact that your parents were struggling and maybe could barely make ends meet, that somehow it was your fault, or they had too many kids and they couldn't live the life they wanted to. So we need to let all of that go in this moment. So your physical well-being is connected to your financial well-being, Wilma, to your emotional well-being, to your mental health and well-being. Everything is connected and woven together, even to our spiritual sense of well-being, meaning our connection to source, right? And so that can be damaged and we can repair that. It's never too late. Maria, nice to see you. And Maria says, hi, everyone. Let me just come back to Maria. I always felt fear growing up, fear of not being good enough. I'd love to let go of that. I'd also love to feel joy and let go of that feeling that life is just a task. I would like that for you too. I wish that for every one of us. And the reason I created this niche and kind of settled in to working with the inner child, learning how to reparent and become our own inner child or inner teens loving parent, is because I had this experience too. And through doing the inner work, which is never, maybe like a walk in the park, or it always comes with its own challenges, because we have so much fear and resistance to really opening up, talking about our feelings, even trusting our feelings, right? And feeling our feelings, but it was worth it. And I did all of the work, and I could go into the details of what that looked like. But this to me is the most important, sacred, life-changing, transformative work that we can all give ourselves. It's not just another pretty healing modality or a system. And that's why I wanted to combine, I was told and guided to combine inner child work with Reiki, because we can send Reiki to all of those wounded parts of ourselves, right? All of the frozen parts of ourselves that left that kind of disconnected from us, right? And that's our life force energy, our vitality, our creativity, our sense of our ability to be completely present and tuned in to nature, to each other, and to our own body systems, right? And mostly to feel safe again, to feel safe in our bodies. And many of us have disassociated for so many years. We become numb, frozen, shut down. We get locked into the fight and the flight and the freeze and the walking on eggshells that we kind of lose ourselves along the way. And my hope and my goal is to help you to remember those parts of you that your adult self might have forgotten. Okay, thank you. So let me just go back because I see some more comments coming in and I'm grateful. Yeah, so Maria, she's saying, I always felt fear growing up, fear of not being good enough. Right, that's the shame spiral. And I think we can all relate to that. If you're on this call, you're meant to be here, you're meant to hear whatever is going to be said and brought up, whether it's by me, whether it's internally, or whether that's from another another beloved from our group. Maria says that she would love to let go of that. And yeah, I'd love to feel joy, let go of that feeling that life is just, yeah, life is just like routine, like it's a task. It's kind of just like, please get me through this day. Like, oh, there is a saying, same shit, different day, pardon my language, but there are many people who live this way. And none of us deserve to live that way in a very minimal, limited, kind of sad and defeated state. We all deserve to feel hopeful about the future, to do what we love, to give ourselves and our gifts that are still within us, right? We deserve to give ourselves the freedom to sometimes take a day off, to sometimes play, or to take an adventure, right? Or to take a risk and do something different that we usually deprive ourselves of as adults or adult children because we weren't given consent as children to be children. Wilma says money was definitely a struggle. 10 kids, there you go. Barely enough to stretch to make ends meet. And I hear you. What I always want to say that I think even if we can't relate to every detail, everyone's story, there is a common denominator here. And I think we could all relate to a lot of it and mostly the underlying feeling. So it wasn't necessarily what was done to us, though that is a big part of the PTSD symptoms many of us struggle with. But it's also what wasn't done for us or what wasn't said to us. It's the unmet needs. It's the unsaid words. It's all of that. And some people even say in the trauma-informed field of energy psychology or even spiritual psychology, that neglect can be even more debilitating than actual like physical or emotional abuse because it kind of lurks in the background. It's the cold shoulder. It's the disapproval. It's the distancing, right? It's an attachment injury in itself. And many people don't really speak about those adverse childhood experiences, about neglect. And maybe some of you could relate to that. And we're going to bring in these parts of you and see how we can shed some light, but also to empower and inspire those exiled childhood parts to kind of come out of hiding, that it's safe to do that now, even though it wasn't safe then. Okay, so remember, it's what was done to us, but more so what wasn't done for us, what wasn't provided for us in a nurturing, safe, and loving household. Um, and remember, the pattern continues until one of us in the room or in this world says, no, this pattern, this trauma, this abuse, this neglect, this all ends with me. And you decide to step into the role you were meant to live in, right, and embody, which is the role of a cycle breaker. You have the power to disrupt those toxic patterns, the dysfunction from the past that you had no choice about then, but you certainly have a choice about now, right? And so let me just read a few more because I do have some fun activities for you. And I am excited to share a little bit about the upcoming program that I put together for you. So I'll just read a few more. So one of our sisters here is saying, yes, childhood trauma and the above. So the above meaning, I guess, the financial, the poverty mindset or consciousness, the lack, the scarcity, the not enough of to go around. And she'd like to release all the physical issues and decision making at this point in her life. So good for you, and I hear you. Let's all like kind of send some sparkle, some love, right? To you, my dear. Ildiko. Stacy again says, healing from a very challenging childhood. That allows me release, freedom, forgiveness, mostly self-forgiveness, right? And that's why I always share the Ho'oponopono, the Indigenous Hawaiian prayer. Thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me. Ho'oponopono. And I choose to forgive myself and to let go of what doesn't belong to me and what doesn't serve me and support me, that once kept me safe, but no longer does. That it not only doesn't keep me safe to continue living this way, but it also hurts me, it harms me, it depletes me, it limits me. It hides me from the world. And grace, yes, Stacy, we all need that. More grace in our lives to move forward into this divine soul timeline. I know that I am, and I am that I am. So I'm going to invite everyone to just kind of thank you for sharing your intentions. There are a lot more people that did sign up for this call, and most people know that I generously offer recorded replays with lifetime access. And many people, being that I guess it's a weekend, just couldn't make it. But just know that you guys are really special to me because you actually took the next step. You actually carved out this hour or so, right? To make it even more meaningful and special, to have that live stream, right? That real-time experience with me, with each other, and with yourselves. So I want to thank you for that and for coming. So right now, I'm just going to invite you to just kind of sit back and just breathe. Oh, good. Okay, wonderful. And I want to share with you 4 words. You can close your eyes or you can kind of gaze down and just come back to yourself, come back home to yourself. And the words that I'm about to share with you, I don't want you to forget. I want you to actually write them down now in a journal. You can also light a candle or light some incense or grab your favorite essential oil, like something to really keep you present, but also refreshed and relaxed. So you are safe now. The danger is over. If your system has ever been activated, if you woke up in the middle of the night for no apparent reason, sweating, your palms sweating, your heart racing, activated for no reason in this constant state of fight or flight, fight, flight, freeze, fawn, right? And It's okay. You don't have to run away. You don't have to fight back. You're not broken. Your body is just doing exactly what it's designed to do, keep you safe. So allow yourself to just be here without needing to be calm or without having to feel hopeful or joyful. Just be yourself. Just show up as your most authentic self right now and find a position that feels comfortable, whether it's sitting, lying down, or standing, preferably just leaning back and kind of settling into your skin and dropping into the seat of your chair and your feet on the floor. Whatever feels safer, eyes can be open or closed. There's no right way to do this, but I do invite us together to breathe in a gentle, life-affirming breath into your chest and lungs and into your heart space. And on the out breath, letting that exhale out even longer as you drop all the way into your belly. And you can place one hand over your heart and the other hand over your belly, but just begin noticing whatever you notice. Notice where your body makes contact with this world, with the chair you're sitting on, with the floor beneath you. I want you to really feel the weight of your being, of you being held by something, by a higher power, by the universe. And we're not going to try and change anything here. So really connecting above and below you, right? That you belong here. Whether you believe it now or not, you do, or else you wouldn't be here. Now start to bring your attention to your breath, not to change it, but just notice if it's fast or slow. Is it shallow or deep? And are you actually bracing right now for the unexpected, the way your body learned to as a child? Are you holding your breath? There's no reason to. Just check in and let it be exactly as it is. But on the out breath, I do encourage you to gently exhale even longer to kind of calm and regulate your nervous systems and just let go of everything that you cannot control. You could rub your hands together, warm them up, just calm that inner child down. Whatever parts of you have been triggered or may become triggered, and just gently scan your body. Notice if there's any tightness or tension or contraction around maybe your throat, your head, your heart, your belly, any part of you. Just start to notice where your inner child may be still living and residing inside, that possibly even never left you, that's still there but buried in a very secret place, all the way maybe in your jaw or in your belly, in your throat, in your eyes. There's no need to fix anything. Just notice. Notice where in your body the alarm system lives. And I invite you to, again, touch yourself. Place your hands over your chest, over your belly. Give yourself a hug, right? And just crisscross your hands, left shoulder, right shoulder. This is something that I'll be teaching you in the Inner Child Reiki course. But just for a second, for a moment, if you want to really regulate and balance, create a balance between the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere, right? But also coming together to your center, mind, body, spirit, right? So just brush yourself off. Just brush yourself off like this and do it as often as you need to. And notice as you breathe in and out, if there is some type of a release, Maybe an emotion might come up, or some type of an insight or a vision. Maybe a vision of your inner children, your inner family. So notice when your hands are nice and warm and toasty, that you can give yourself Reiki, even if you've never been attuned to it right now, in this safe space, in the middle of the storm, that you could always come back to later. And now begin to just unzip any armor, drop any masks, like really allow yourself to unmask and just be you. There's no one to please or to appease. You don't have to. There's no right or wrong way to do this. We're just exploring. Exploring and asking to heal and mend the past. And I'm going to ask you now to not to push back, fight back, to defend yourself, to run away, to get out of town. Just going to ask you to notice, to kind of get small and be still. And keep telling yourself there's no threat in this moment. Even though those old threats, 4-alarm fires, right? Smoke detectors going off, it doesn't mean that that's happening now. Again, you are safe now and the danger is over. In this moment, everything is somewhat okay, right? There's a scale. What's the scale between 1 and 10 that you're feeling like, all right, in this moment, everything is okay? I want you to write that down now. Between 1 and 10, 10 being the most intense, 1 being there's really no charge here. I feel great. And please don't judge yourself for whatever score you give yourself, whatever number. This is just a way of determining, identifying for a complex, nuanced feelings and emotions, which sometimes can be really confusing. So coming back to your body, your heart, I invite you to just notice what feels the most alive in your body right now. And you can put it in the chat box or you could just write it down. And knowing you can meet it, right? Whatever it is, the fight, the flight, the freeze, the numbness, the escapism, the disassociation, you can meet your inner child's needs. You can give your inner child what he, she, they never had before or rarely experienced before. You can hold those younger parts, those vulnerable, precious, tender, innocent parts that only knew love when they first arrived on this planet. And knowing, telling them that they're not alone, and allowing yourself whatever it is that you're feeling somatically in your body to just pass over and through you, knowing this too shall pass. This is not about calming down. It's about building and rebuilding a safe and intimate, ongoing relationship with your inner children. And I'm talking about like your inner infant, toddler, child, teenager, or preteen, teen, young adult, all the way up to who you are now, and congratulating yourself for actually surviving all of that. But now it's time to move beyond survival into safety, and knowing that those inner voices, the inner judge or critic, if they pop up, that's okay. You can just say hello to them. I know, I see you, I hear you, and I know that really deep down that you're just here to protect me. Yeah. And now rub your hands together and just kind of sway, let your body move freely and and gracefully from side to side. And this is another kind of self-regulatory exercise, right? Where we can calm ourselves down, regulate, ground, come back into the expansiveness of our body and our cellular memories, right? So we're not forcing anything, but please right now, try to remember your intention as your nervous system is opening, your heart is expanding. See if you could just really drop out of your head completely into your heart space and let your heart be soothed and let it be nurtured and held by the divine, held by your angels, archangels, spirit guides, your earth and your star ancestors that just want the best for you, the ones that are already here in our cocoon, right? Holding a space for you to let go. So as you get more and more comfortable, you're allowed to shift your body and keep rubbing your hands together slowly and mindfully. You don't have to feel peaceful or even believe anything. All you have to do is just be here and notice what you notice. Just be your own witness and keep brushing yourself off all the way down to your elbows from your shoulders. All that we are inviting in that's needed in this present moment is awareness and love, loving kindness, compassion, for all that you've been through, and awareness, conscious awareness. And the love in your heart, notice if you can sense it or feel the sensations of love. Maybe focusing, putting your attention on a pet, a child, a parent, a teacher, someone that you loved, someone that you felt deep respect and admiration for, and someone that you bonded with that was a safe person to you. I want you to think of them right now and bring their spirit in. And if you can't see, envision, that's okay. Not everyone can. But you can imagine, you can ask your higher self to show you what it would be like if you could. Just imagine that you could see all of those ages and stages of your life when you needed that hug, when you needed those words of encouragement, that positive, loving attention that you can give yourself even right now in this moment. All that's needed is love. And we're here to meet it and to work with it and to expand on that and to guide yourself back to safety. Just let your shoulders drop and your jaw unclench for those that have TMJ symptoms. You can open and close your jaw. Slowly let your shoulders drop, your brows soften. You can just stroke your brows from the inner to the outer temple. You can do that right now. Reminding yourself that you are loved, that you do belong here, that you do have a purpose, right? There's a reason that you're still here on this planet. Maybe you're just have forgotten, but I'm here to remind you what your special gifts are, what your superpowers are. So just bring awareness to every bone, every cell, every atom and molecule, every organ in your body, and check in. Check in with your inner children. Check in with your organs and ask them, hey, How are you feeling right now? What do you want and need? And what can I give you? So you won't have to fight or run or flee or freeze or walk on those crunchy eggshells to feel safe in your own body. And your body and all the parts of it, even your inner judge or inner critic, they're all here to protect you. They're not an enemy. They're actually a protector that you can request them to become your greatest ally because they don't want to be your inner judge and critic. Those are just echoes and voices from the past, right? All the criticisms, the judgments, the bullying, the put downs. Okay, so we don't need to relive the past to heal the past. You don't need to punish yourself more than you already have been punished. You don't need to victimize yourself or become a victimizer if you were made to be a victim. To tell all of your younger selves all of the things they need to hear that were never said to them. And allow yourself to just rest and call in the sweet voices of your angels, of your divinity. Call in that divine light that you're made of, the creative spark of your soul, and begin to let go and to breathe all of that tension out of your systems. I want you to see yourself as that warm, divine, sacred light in a safe container, that you are that candle burning with its flame burning bright but steady. And so release any tension from the weight of your shoulders that you notice that you're still carrying, and begin to hug, squeeze, right? Just kind of massage those parts, those tense parts. Because you don't need to carry the burdens from your parents, your grandparents, and 13 generations back, because you don't want to repeat this cycle of dysfunction and pass it on to descendants who are either here now or who may be born in the future. And just go ahead and breathe into the back of your throat and see if you can drink in that light. Maybe swallow that light as we just continue breathing together. And you can tell the tension and the tightness and the fight, the way that you fight yourself, the way that you fight what you call your inner demons that are actually not inner demons, but inner allies. Feel your fists softening and opening, your chest expanding. Beautiful. Slowing down your breath even more. Let's go into just a little excerpt of what you'll learn in the Inner Child Reiki program coming up soon. So there are 3 havening touches. So I want you to just take your time, kind of coming back to the room. You can open your eyes now and just notice what you notice. Look around with your left eye, with your eyes looking to the left, and then gaze toward the right. And if you lit a candle, you could just gaze and kind of relax your focus at the candle in front of you. And I want you to just begin with the face stroke. Okay, so just gently stroke down the sides of your face from your cheeks to your chin, almost like washing your face, but you're doing it very slowly and mindfully. Stroking down the sides of your face from your cheeks to your chin, and then down your throat. And then again, the palm sweep. So we're crossing our arms over the chest, and this actually makes a big difference. You may even feel the shift already. Just allow yourself to come back to the present, no longer in regret of the past, and no longer in anxiety of the worst imagined future. And then we can do that butterfly effect, which is a heart hug. So open, close, open, close. Place both palms flat in your heart space and just breathe deeply. And notice how it feels when you give yourself that soothing touch that you might have never or rarely, maybe just inconsistently were shown or were given or gifted by the adults in your life, but the safe adults in your life. Keep taking those 3 deep, slow, and full breaths while you're stroking and caressing your body, your arms, your face, your throat, your chest, your back. Keep doing that. And just visualize your younger self coming into the room now. Picture that version of you where you could feel or sense. Just trust that the version of you that needs to step forward today in this room, in this healing circle, deserves to feel safe. And just notice what you notice. Notice how young they are and what they're wearing, while you continue the havening touch. Speak to your inner child and say these words. I see you. I'm sorry you had to go through that alone, but I'm here now, and you are safe with me. And make a promise, make a vow in this timeline to that version of you, whether they're 3, 5, 8, 11, 18, 22, what part of you is asking for your help right now? What version of you seems to be the highest priority that you can care for and unburden? And just let them know they no longer have to hold those heavy burdens inside, that they were never meant for you to carry. Good. So if you don't have a candle, that's okay. Imagine if there was a candle in the center of our circle. And if you have a bowl with water, or if you have just a bowl, go ahead and fill it up with cool, clean, clear water. And we're going to end today with a little ritual. And then I'm going to check in with you and your inner children to see what may have lifted or shifted from the beginning of our call. So I'm going to invite you into this hypnotic journey because I'm also a hypno constellation practitioner. What that means is I facilitate family constellation groups through alchemical hypnotherapy and visualization and guided imagery. So I'm going to invite you to a little experience now, a mini experience that you will be experiencing a lot more of, so you can gain greater insights and see your younger selves from a higher, broader, and different perspective. Take some of the extra pressure off right? So if you have a candle, light it and just gaze at that flame, or you can close your eyes now and imagine with your inner eyes that there is this beautiful gold or white flame and it's flickering and it's radiating and its aura is just spreading all around your field and around the ancestral field and just around the room. It's this beautiful higher dimensional protective light. And see which you wants to come through, is ready to come through now, inviting in all of your guides, Divine Mother, whoever it is that feels safe, that you can trust, who always feels unconditionally loving and benevolent, and ask them to hold a space behind you and around you. Beautiful. So now that you're in your inner safe space, right? You dropped out of your head into your body, into your heart. You can invite in that part of you that needs your attention, that craves your love, that needs that hug or to be held. And just notice everything you notice from this higher perspective, right? From different angles. What are they wearing? How are they walking? How distant, how far away from you, or how close to you do they feel they can trust you? Just notice everything. And what age are you here? And you can invite that inner child by stepping forward very gently and slowly and introducing yourself and just saying, I am another you. I am the grown-up you. I am, and say your name. And notice how they react, how they respond. You can also say again, you are safe now. The danger is over. It's safe to be here now. And I have just come because I never knew that I could before. And I'm sorry if I ignored you all this time. And can we both relax a little bit more now and let our guards down and just be here to listen and to hold space for each other? You can tell them you're free to rest. And lastly, what does this ancient, younger, but old soul need you to know? Is there a message that they have? You can ask, what are you trying to show me? Please tell me. What was it like back then? I'm just curious. And this conversation can and must continue over the coming days, weeks, and months ahead, because this is just your initial meeting, almost like a celebration or a reunion. Keep saying it's okay when in your own time, whenever you're ready. I'm here to just listen. Not here to judge you or give you advice. I'm just here to support you, to listen to you. Because after all, I am you. I know I look a little different, but I actually am the grown-up version of you. And mostly tell them that they no longer have to carry the burdens, the family's burdens, and that you've come to give them exactly what they need and never got growing up. You can say something like, it wasn't your fault. It didn't start with you, but it can end with you, with us, and I can help you. Just keep telling them how strong and brave and resourceful they are, and that you are so proud of them, and that now everything can be different, and there's no need to ever relive the past. I want to get to know your gifts, your light, your playfulness, your giddiness. I want to get to know the most creative, expressive parts of you that were silenced. And now begin to write down on a piece of paper in your journal. Keep reminding her that you're the adult, and she doesn't have to be the adult anymore. She can just be the child. No responsibilities, no work, no heavy lifting. And I want you to write down all of the ways, all of the feelings that you've been hiding and suppressing or numbing or freezing. Write them down on a piece of paper, get it all out. Stop hiding from your true feelings. You have the right to feel exactly as you do today. So we'll take another moment or two to complete this exercise. What does it feel like right now? What's coming up for you? So she, as your younger self, is writing down all of her feelings on paper, the regrets, the unrealized dreams, the unfulfilled wishes, everything that's still bottled up inside that makes your body hurt and ache. And tell her she has permission to laugh, to cry, to feel exactly as she feels right now. But you're here to help her to unburden all of that heavy energy and put it all in a safe container and throw it away. But not only release it, but transmute it into something better. And ask her where she would like to go to unburden, to dissolve the shields, all of the fight, flight, right? All of the ways that she braces herself or holds back or hides or denies the truth of what actually happened. Again, it's time to come clean, to unburden, and that you'll be there to guide her. So notice what you notice in this exercise. Where are you now? Tell her that you're able to transport both of you to this timeline, to this safe place, safe shelter, safe sanctuary. And when you arrive, you'll respectfully take her exactly where she wants to go, that she was never able to the first time. And as you arrive there, ask if you can step a little closer, maybe hold her hand if she feels safe enough with you. And if she doesn't, that's okay, because you need to earn her trust, and that may take some time. So take that bowl now and take that piece of paper with all of your inner child's burdens, and I want you to just dump it in that bowl, right? Until the words are blurry and all of those pent up emotions just wash away. And you can repeat this exercise if you have a safe container, and maybe you're outdoors, and you can even burn that piece of paper, and you can also tear it up into shreds, really, really feeling everything in your body, really allowing her this opportunity to turn her life around. And now, after she's done that, notice how she looks at you now. Notice her eye contact, her gaze, or his gaze, sorry, their gaze. Yes. What is it like between you two now, as you stand facing each other or sit down side by side? Ask her where she'd like to go now, to a safe place, and tell her, believe it or not, you don't ever have to go back there to that crazy house. You can live and be in another timeline, in another dimension, wherever you have always wanted to be. Whether that's a house by the lake, a cottage, a cabin, a palace, it's your imagination. And notice what she says. Just listen. Just get still. Return to the wisdom of your body. Take her there. Open the door. She has all the food, the clothing, the toys, the games, maybe their childhood pet, everything that they need that they never had. And that the past does not need to repeat itself. And after she's released all of those burdens and gave it to the water, the air, the trees, this is your journey. Notice how it feels now, because she still lives inside of you. And if you're ready, as we come together and close this journey, this inner child Reiki journey, right? Tell her how you can find, how how they can find you, so they never feel alone, abandoned, rejected, put to the side, right? So that you'll always be there to recognize their presence. You can lay out a teddy bear in your bedroom, right? Or a doll or a plushie or whatever it is. Or maybe a picture of them at this tender age that you've just met them at. And when you feel ready, before you say goodbye, ask her this last question. Do you feel safe enough with me now to return to my heart, to the home of my heart, to the home of my body? Can we merge our light until we are just one? One adult, one child, one adult child, one being, one love, one soul. And if they nod, say yes. This way they can always find you, because you'll always be holding and carrying them in your heart space, and never forget them. So go ahead and breathe into your heart nice and big, your heart, lungs, and chest. And just ask her and tell her, I've got you. Hold out your hands, scoop her up, and just allow her to just climb and jump right inside of your heart space, where there is plenty of room for her to just stretch out, grow, and be always held tenderly, reminding her how grateful you are for this reunion, how special she is to you, and that you're willing to do anything to give her the childhood that she never had. So you can say goodbye for now. You can part ways. And have her return to the safety of her new bed, her new home, and you to the safety of your body in your present home. Or maybe she's decided to come back home inside of you. Whatever it is, it's perfect at this time for both of you. Take a moment to come back from this journey. I'm just going to type in some things in the chat box, and I'd love to hear from you before we continue. I'm going to share my screen right now. When you're ready, I am here. And let me see if I can find, here it is. Okay. Can you all see my screen now? And where are you all at right now? How is everyone feeling? You can continue journaling to remember and record this unique but powerful and hopefully gentle experience. Remember, you don't ever need to relive childhood trauma to heal and transform it. So can you raise your hand, your digital hand, and let me know in the chat box that you could see my screen all right? And if you look at the chat box, you can also see that the link to the upcoming program in 3 weeks is there. So please click on it now so you have it, so you can review it and learn more about this offering, this heart offering. This is a work of love, right? This is a gift of love. So this practitioner program is about self-healing. It's about self-care. Now, if you're a Reiki practitioner, that's fine too. You can definitely attend from beginners to seasoned Reiki masters. It doesn't matter. But this is meant for everyone. There are no prerequisites or requirements. So Reiki is something that we can all send. We don't necessarily need to be attuned to the symbols, though they do help to magnify the healing benefits, to accelerate the healing benefits. But this program coming up that I'm going to be facilitating is about how to send Reiki to your younger selves in every lifetime, timeline, dimension, incarnation, to really treat and heal and to mend the rips, tears, the holes and in our hearts and the ruptures in our soul, right? And also to release any pent up over the years accumulated heavy duty stress, shame spirals, self-blame. We're blaming others, blaming our caregivers. And all of those emotional burdens that we inherit that get passed on to us from generation to generation. The program will also help you to heal any attachment injuries and the after effects of growing up in a dysfunctional home. And this goes beyond the stage of survival, like what happens after we are just alive? How can we truly not only thrive, but how can we actually participate fully in our own lives? And how can we use our unique gifts as a contribution to the entire planet? How can we heal all sentient beings? Because more than 65% of us have experienced some form of childhood dysfunction, stress, pain, or trauma, right? How can we come out of denial without blaming ourselves or anyone else and say, yes, that did happen? How can we name it, claim it, and say, yeah, that actually happened, and I'm willing to do something about it, right? To be that cycle breaker that my family never had until me. And how can you help your inner children, all of them, to move beyond the fear, fight, flight, freeze, and survival instincts, right? That actually served us once upon a time, but no longer does. And also, you'll be learning different exercises, tools, and techniques that are practical, though they are magical too, and how you can create more safety in your relationships, in your current relationships with your kids, with your relatives, your family members, your coworkers. How can you cultivate healthier boundaries, right? How can you say no and not be swayed to change your mind when you mean no, right? But how can you stand up for yourself? How can you speak up, speak out, speak your truth with ease and confidence? And also, how can you learn how to calm your inner children down that often get triggered by people in your life that remind you of people that hurt you or let you down in the past? How can you care for your inner children better, right? For all of the wounded parts of you, because all parts are welcome here, right? We don't want to exile or abandon any of them, even if we were abandoned growing up. And this is mostly about self-trust, self-care, unlocking your inner child's natural gifts, abilities, and intuition. And it's about reestablishing a loving and unconditionally loving spiritual connection, giving you the tools to express yourself authentically. And so the healing toolkit comes with everything you need. I channeled inner child healing symbols, so I'll be sharing them with you, so you don't need to be a Reiki practitioner to participate. You'll also learn how you can send distant or remote Reiki to the past, present, and your future selves. The part of you that knows everything, that holds all the solutions to your everyday problems. And you'll also receive deep theta healing like you did today. Hypnotic family constellation journeys will go further to expose gently, slowly, to kind of discover what the core wound is, or the core, the words that you told yourself, or your thoughts and your beliefs that were never true about you, all the stories, right? So we can clear those and rewrite those old scripts, rewrite the old contracts, the vows, promises, and agreements that your family and ancestors made, right? And also how to lovingly have a two-way conversation, to speak with and hear from, your inner children, to give them the voice that they never were able to, or told they couldn't growing up. And so this is about the art of reparenting. So this practitioner program is an energetic healing training. It's spirituality and energy healing, and it's about nervous system regulation. Of course, it's not going to diagnose, treat, cure, or replace psychological, medical, or professional care. This is moving heavy blocks and tons and mountains of stuck, blocked energy that has actually leaked our life force energy, depleted us, drained us, and exhausted us. So your inner child is waiting for you. You can enroll now. If you have clicked on the link, you could just click on the enroll button. I'll also be sending you a free gift. And this is an opportunity that will take place. And it's going to be in 3 weeks. So we're all like putting together the manual as we speak, putting all the missing pieces together in alignment. It was actually $297. It's $197 with a payment plan, but I also typed in a special coupon where you'll get $50 off in addition to that. So it's only going to be $147. And this is a 2-part series. The dates have been moved, so I will be sending you an updated sales page so you can see it. So it's going to be on July 11th and July 18th. It's going to be at the same time at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time, 10 a.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. UK Time, and 5 p.m. Central European Time, CEST. So this is an opportunity that you can take advantage of now that I'm offering. I'm going to stop the screen share now, and I'm just going to open up the chat to any questions that anybody has. And actually what I'll do is I will stop the recording so you could feel like, okay, this is just between us in confidence, or let me stop the recording now. Thank you for attending.